Sam Horwitz had never felt so excited. The Grand Hall of the New York Natural History Museum was packed with hundreds of people, all clutching invitations to see the new wonder of the world. In exactly 2 minutes, Sam was going to step out and show them his amazing discovery. Sam fidgeted with his new white blazer. He'd never worn anything so bold before, but for this, the biggest day of his life, he wanted to impress. He had worked alone throughout the night to get the mysterious exhibit ready, and only he and the director of the museum knew what was hidden behind the thick velvet drapes. Looking around the room, he felt dizzy with adrenaline. There were massed rows of schoolchildren and their grumpy teachers, bearded archaeologists, twitchy photographers, and the great and good of New York. He saw his friend Polly Vernon give him a little wave from the middle of the crowd. Polly was a teacher at a New York elementary school and had brought all of her class to cheer him on. He smiled nervously as she mouthed an encouraging, "Good luck." At the front, jostling for position, all the major TV stations were preparing to broadcast the first pictures live to the world. Sam knew they weren't going to be disappointed. The director of the museum finished her introduction and called on Sam to take the stand. Sam took a deep breath. Everything was about to change. He was about to become famous. He strode across the Grand Hall to loud applause and stood blinking as camera lights flashed. The news crews signalled to each other. They were going live. Sam knew this was his big moment. All around the world, millions of people would be watching. Sam felt happier than he'd ever been. Those long weeks digging in the icy wastes of Svalbard had been worth it. Sam stepped up to the podium, trying hard not to fiddle with his jacket buttons. He'd rehearsed this moment over and over again. A short thank you, a joke to show to everyone he was a down-to-earth kind of guy, then he'd pull the cord and bask in their applause. He reached the microphone, shuffled his papers, and began to speak. "Thank you, everyone, for coming. Today, our ideas of the past are about to change forever. We've had plenty of big displays in this museum, but I can promise you this is our most mammoth yet." Sam pulled the golden cord, and the velvet drapes dropped aside to reveal the world's only polar woolly mammoth. It was one of the most majestic creatures ever to grace the Grand Hall. Standing 4 meters tall, the mammoth looked wild, with rippling white fur and long tusks. Yet it was also strangely graceful, like a thoroughbred horse ready to spring from the traps. Sam knew that no one could fail to be impressed by its grandeur and size. It was as if the forces of evolution had sought to create